go.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm not a person that particularly likes to date people with kids, anyways. So
why is that? Why is that?
I prefer not to date people with kids because I don't like to deal with drama. So it has nothing to do with the kids. I love kids. But I just don't like to deal with the drama. And usually they have some form of drama, even if it's not necessarily like super chaotic or toxic. It's some form of, you guys have an issue.
Okay.
And I don't like to deal with it because I
How
don't
is
have those
that
issues.
fair?
It's very fair. So people always say that to me, like that's.
So she got me fucked up. She got me fucked up. This is a single mom. This is a single mom whose dating preferences, she does not want to date a man with children. Now, in her mind, she does not have problems with her baby daddy. So, because she doesn't have problems, she should be able to make that choice. But she does not feel like men should discriminate against her for her preferences or for whatever she has. It's crazy. Let's keep going.
That's not fair because you have kids, right?
Come on.
But the way I counter that is, yes, I have kids, but I don't have that dynamic. You know what I mean? Like,
but I understand, but that's not fair.
It is
you
because
can't just X somebody
I'm
out.
telling you, I don't want to deal with you because of the drama that comes along.
But if there's no
with
drama, you can't.
9 times out of 10, I was always right. It's always a female lingering with chaos and toxicity, and it's not and I know that because even just when you talk to people, like I remember being younger, like in my 20s, and I talked to people about me and my daughter's dad's relationship, and they're like, that's not normal, because we don't have that drama and toxicity. So it's like, yeah, I don't want to date nobody with kids because people my age, the girls are still holding on to this man, and it's some type of something going on. You can't see your kid. I don't like that. All that drama, I don't want no parts of that.
Right.
So,
and the likelihood is she's the one that's still sleeping with her baby father, but trying to convince you that you're wrong for having a kid with another woman while she's out here probably doing the most dirt. Let's keep going.
So you're not.
I don't give that drama to nobody.
So you're not even gonna give it a chance to see.
I don't want to.
Just because.
I'm not saying I'm not going to. I'm just saying you got to have a lot of other wonderful characteristics and qualities.
I'm saying though, but that's a disqualification.
I don't really want to deal with people.
So my brother, if you got a child, you disqualified. Ain't that something?
I love kids though. Like I really love kids. It's just sometimes I feel like domestic violence is very serious.
Yeah, I know I'm a podcaster. I know I got a microphone and all that, but some people do not. They need to put like a registration to be able to purchase a microphone. You got to go through a psych test. They really got to see who the hell you are before you come out here and start spitting bullshit. What is she talking about? You got a whole kid. And you out here talking about you don't want to date a man with a kid.
Yes.
Okay.
In a lot of these situations, these women and men that don't know how to let go, and they feel like the baby mom or the baby dad is supposed to be with them forever. I can't insert myself into a type of chaos like that because I don't bring that chaos to nobody.
Well,
I don't have that type of drama going on.
I'll tell you what, because that's from a female perspective.
Yeah.
From the male perspective.
My guy David Williams is in the building. He says, if you don't have any drama with your baby daddy, then why not get back with him? She is the problem. I'm 100% agree with that. If y'all so good together, y'all know how to co-parent. Y'all know how to do this the right way. Even your friends was like, yo, this is abnormal. This is not normal. So that sounds like y'all know how to communicate. You guys have everything that it needs to create a family, a building block, and you brought a child in the situation. Why are you out here on the dating market still? Good question.
I've heard a lot of times, even through social media, it's a lot of guys that they don't want to date women with kids either.
Yeah.
Because they feel like,
what's that reasoning?
Well, I'm saying, but they feel like, why should I invest into that situation when it's not mine child? You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that.
So I understand what you're saying. You're saying drama.
Well, let me pick it back on that.
Yeah,
that's not a man.
Break it down for me.
So hold on.
Because
Did y'all hear that? She said that he's not a man for not wanting to date a woman with children. What did I say last week when I did my show? One of the biggest shaming tactics a woman would throw at you is she'll question your manhood if she doesn't agree with your choices. She'll say things like what a real man would do. A real man would pick up a woman with a child. A real man would put himself last. What a real man would do. I want to know, what would a real woman do? Why a real woman out here just giving their womb to every and anybody with zero commitment? What is that? Fellas, help me understand that. Why are we not shaming those words? Why are we not hitting women back with those exact words they hit you back with? What is a real woman? Because a real man knows better than to jump into a situation that does not benefit him. Let's continue.
So,
So, okay, and the men that don't date women with kids, I understand where they're coming from, because no man want to play Mr. Cleanup guy, right? Especially if it's a productive, competitive man. Why should he come in that situation to clean up that situation?
Why not?
Nah, I don't agree with it.
I get that you're saying you don't agree, but I'm saying why not?
So, dating single moms, right?
She literally just said you don't want to date a man because he comes with all types of problems. Now you're going to sit here and say, why not? Why would a man not want to come into a situation and spend his resources? Man, because you're a problem. Any man that's about his business knows that is not an ideal situation to put himself in. And then the question that I wish these fellas would ask themselves is this: would you recommend that to your son? If you had a son with no children, he was a productive young man out in the world making money, would you tell him that his first option of a woman should be a woman with children, a ready-made family? You should go in and provide and protect. What? This is a family show, so I'm trying to choose my words carefully, even though I know I messed up before. And I apologize, YouTube. I apologize. But damn, Foundational Black says female engaging in shaming tactics should be avoided at all costs. Definitely a red flag. Definitely a red flag. How you gonna shame this man for not wanting and saying what he's not a real man, for not wanting to jump into a ready-made situation that he didn't create? Let's continue.
Let me rephrase that. Dating single modern women, there's 3 questions that I will ask them. What is it that you can offer me that you haven't given to another man?
Oh my goodness.
This is what I said. What can you offer me that you haven't given to another man? And the reason why I'm saying that, because 1, you shared your youth, your fertility, and your womb with another man. You shared your womb. You gave another man the biggest honor that you can give him, right? And my second question to that woman will be like, why didn't it work out with the father of the kid that, you know what I'm saying, that you had a kid with, or whatever? Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Because you created this family. So why should I give up my resources to take care of your kids, right? Because men, we're very territorial, right? Because 1, I have to share you with your kids. That is not mine. And also I have to share you with the father of your kids, who is to know what.
I think he's explaining himself wrong. I think she's not respecting what he's saying because he doesn't have that much bass in his voice. So she's literally back there making those grunting noises like, You could imagine the type of face work she got going on right now as he's speaking. Because she feels justified in her bullshit. She feels as if single moms need to be put up on a pedestal while the men beg for them because they have a vagina, which is crazy.
What time the father of your kids is on? Because as of late, I've been seeing men been killing other men because they're dealing with their exes. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
And I don't know if that man may want to cause some harm to me.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I understand everything when men are saying I don't want to date single mothers with kids or whatever. You get my point?
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
So what's the third question?
And then y'all saw homie in the barbershop, right? The one that we talked about. I think we talked about that last week too, or the week before, where homie was in the barbershop trying to get little shorty a haircut. Father came in the barbershop wilding out, ready to fight. Ready to fight. Is this ideal? I don't know what type of timing your baby daddy's on. Just because you tell me that you and him have a good situation going on, I have no idea what's going on, and I'm not going to find out. Fellas, if you out here, don't have children, do not invest in a situation that you did not build. Do not. There's no, in the long run, you get nothing from it. You get nothing from it. Trust me when I tell you. I believe it was this same young lady. As a matter of fact, we're going to play this.
So, and let me ask you this question, bro. If you went to the store, would you buy a product? Would you buy a product that had a broken seal?
No, I'm not gonna.
You wouldn't. Why you wouldn't buy a product that had a broken seal?
Because it's already been. I don't know what's in there.
It's the same thing. That's the reason why men say they don't want to date women with kids, because you already have been tainted. You already shared your wound with another man. So,
but are you serious right now?
Yes, I'm being very serious.
So, okay,
I'm being very serious.
To be a counter to that, because that is absolute. I'm gonna keep it a buck. That's some bullshit, and I'm going. That's some motherfucking bullshit. Yes, it is. Because I'm gonna say it is because you just said your first question was, well, I'm gonna ask a woman, what can she get? What can you give a woman that you ain't give to another female?
Okay. All right. Okay.
What can you? But no.
Okay, go ahead.
What can you give another female that you haven't? What can you give this woman that you haven't given to another female? Why does it have to be that a woman have to bring you something? I'm not. Who the fuck are you that I gotta bring you something?
Okay.
What are you bringing to me?
Okay.
It goes both ways. I thought. Now that's one. Now two.
So do me a favor. Get active in the comments. What y'all think about this?
You're saying, well, you don't know what that circumstance could be, what that situation could be. So are you speaking from a standpoint of a man who does not have kids just yet?
Both.
Or you can't speak from both. And the reason I'm gonna say you can't is because just as you're a man, if you are a man that has children, to say that to a woman that has children, it almost sounds, not almost, it's narcissistic as hell. Because if you've given another woman kids, who are you to ask a woman what you got to offer me because you gave a nigga kids? Did you not give another woman kids? So what happened with that family that you were building? Why did that not work out?
Okay, so
that's a very easy question. If I got to come in your household and pay the bills, protect your kid, I got to make sure that if I have my own kids, I also got to spread resources with that other kid too. So that way my kid can no longer get 100% of me. I got to split that down the middle now with someone else. And you probably got 2 or 3 kids. I might just have one. Now I got to split my resources 2 to 3 ways, 4 ways in most cases. And I got to also make sure you're good. How is that beneficial to even a man with kids? It's asking a lot. I didn't watch this whole interview. I saw snippets of it, but man.
So can I answer your question?
Sure.
Okay, one, Vic, it's a double standard. Unfortunately, men can do it. You can. A woman cannot do what a man do. And 2,
yes, we can.
Okay, but let me say this. I know the detractors and the critics going to come for me because I have kids. 1, my kids are grown. I have a 23-year-old.
But at one point they weren't.
But let me answer the question. I'll let you talk. Let me talk.
You're right.
I have 2 girls. I have a 23-year-old and I have a 20-year-old. My oldest daughter has recently graduated from college on her way to grad school.
Yes, Lord.
My second daughter, she'll be graduating from college pretty soon, right? Secondly, I've never been married. So what I can offer a woman is marriage. That's the biggest honor. Listen, hold up. That's the biggest honor a man can give a.
So she said that's it. She gave her man her whole womb, a whole baby. So committing to a man through marriage is less important than committing to someone that you give a baby to. You'll give a man a whole baby as if it's nothing, but you draw the line when it's like marriage. Oh, hell no, that's crazy. I don't even know you like that. That's it. Yo, what is going on with y'all? Yo, the mindset. I'm telling you, fathers, stay involved in your daughters' lives. Stay involved. You need to talk to your daughters and teach them how to think. Because if you did, they will understand that this is not the way. Who says this is it? That's it when it comes to marriage. Everyone knows I'm giving you my whole last name. I'm giving the children my last name. That's all you have in this world. All you have in this world is your name. You could die, you ain't dying with no money. All they're going to recognize you for when you hit that dirt is, yo, Mingo was a good dude, yo. That was a good dude. He sacrificed a lot for his community. He took good care of his children. That was a good man. That's all you're going to be recognized for. No matter what you leave. So to say that's it, as if the last name is not one of the most important things that a man can give a woman and children, is bugged out.
A woman is marriage. Yes, that is the biggest offer I can offer a woman is marriage, because you know why? Can't no woman ever said that I was married to them. So that would give that other woman bragging rights that I've given you the biggest honor by marrying you. You're not just my baby mama, but you're my wife. And you can research my name. You will not see my name logged on any marriage license in all 50 states of America. Yes, and that's what it is. I'm bringing marriage and I'm bringing my resources to you. That's what I'm bringing. Resources and marriage. And I have receipts because I am successful. When my kids were born, I always had custody of my kids, and I have receipts. And my kids' success shows it. So I know what I'm talking about.
Ralph, do you have something to add?
Go ahead.
Well, no, well, okay.
Let's hear what he's gonna say.
You're not a single parent, so it's a little bit more harder.
No, I'm not a single parent, but so
you look like a single. You can tell. You can tell. You can tell.
I've always wanted a father,
right?
Whether mine's or not, whether like blood or not. So I always wish that I had somebody to kind of like lace me up, guide me, because you know we bump our heads a lot. So
yeah,
I understand where you're coming from, what you're saying, because you're like, and I get the whole thing. That's not my child. Why should I invest my time? But I'm saying, like, for me, because I wanted that, so I can understand from both. But I wanted that. That's not something I would. If I meet a woman with children, that's not a deal breaker for me.
Right.
Because when I was in high school, I was dating a girl that was out of high school with kids. Right. So she had one child, a son. But I love kids though. So to me, it's not like, I don't look at it like I'm wasting my time or because I always hear people say, well, if I did a woman with children, one day her children is going to denounce me and say, you're not my father. But for me, I always look at it this way. It's a rite of passage. Because at the end of the day, if we're bickering and I'm trying to give you the right.
Whoa! Yo, it's a rite of passage to be a stepdaddy. It is a rite of, y'all wish I was in that studio. Oh my God. I would have verbally assaulted that man. That is, what? It's a rite of passage to be a stepdad?
Right things to do, the right thing to say. The only way for you to hurt me or to make me feel little is by you to say, well, you're not my dad. You can't tell me what to do. And I call it a rite of passage. That wouldn't bother me. But again, I'm speaking from me not having a dad. You see what I'm saying? Something that I always wish I had. So to me, that's not really a deal breaker. But I'm not speaking for all men. I'm only speaking for myself.
Right. And
I wouldn't rock. I wouldn't do that. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? Like, just like you said, bro, it's not that it's a deal breaker, but me, just how I think if a man is going to be dating a single modern mother, that single modern woman is going to have to go above and beyond to show herself approved to that man. Because why would that man select you when he could go out there and select a much younger woman that is childless? That's not going to bring the chaos to him. Because like I said earlier today, who is to say what time the father of your kids are on? You get where I'm coming
So
from?
you're looking
Right,
at
but
safety.
that's only one perspective that is a very important perspective, of course, but it's only one. So like even when you say me being I'm gonna take myself, me being someone I didn't grow up with my father.
Okay.
I would hate if my mother had met men with that mindset that you just described, because the men that my mother, and it wasn't a lot of men or whatever, but like my stepfather came along when I was like in 4th grade. I thank God for him every day. You understand? Like my father wasn't present in my life. He stepped in and he did what no other man did all the way through till I was all the way in college. They didn't get divorced until years later. And that man saved my life in so many ways. He was and we did have fights. I mean, like teenagers, kids, you got kids, kids say, your kids say crazy stuff to you. So just imagine what they're gonna say to a stranger in the midst of being upset.
It's like I said, dog. Like
so you call a man a stranger, and in the midst of being upset, you said wild, crazy things. What did you say?
Oh, but sorry, not to cut you off. So I'm just saying, thank God for him, because I tell him all the time, my father's out of prison now. If I get married, both of them have to walk me down the aisle because he really raised me. Yeah. So that thought process is, to me, is just mind blowing. In this.
Whoa. So I raised you, right? I'm just putting me as the stepdaddy, right? Your daddy, because your mama chose the Pookie. So Pookie was in jail. He comes out of jail. I raised you. I spent countless days and nights going to work, probably sitting down, teaching you how to read, how to ride a bike, how to, communicate effectively in this world, how to understand, how to do certain things as a human being that fathers can teach a daughter. I did all of that for you. For you. You tell me that when this man comes out of jail and you choose to get married, that me and him both got to walk you down the aisle? How is that beneficial to any man? Any man. Am I wrong? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. Am I bugging? Am I making something up? Did I lose my mind? Or am I looking at this whole situation wrong? Help me understand this psyche, this bullshit that she's saying right now, because it makes no sense. If I had to raise you, I need the highest honor of a man, and that's to walk you down the aisle, which is what a father does. I give you away to your husband. Y'all so don't respect men, and it's not all women. I'm not saying all women, so don't come for me. I'm not saying all women. These type of modern women don't respect men that she couldn't even give the man that raised her the respect to walk down the motherfucking aisle with her by himself. No, Pookie got to hold your left arm and I'm holding your right arm. I do not recommend any young man get himself into any situation like this, because this is the thanks you get. This is the thanks you get. It is sad. It is sad. It is sad. I don't know what is going on in this world and why it became so normalized, especially in our community, to have this going on, to create more and more and more single mothers. And for these young ladies to be so justified with this fucking frame of mind that they have. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. Who gave her this microphone to even say something like that? I would have had to shut the whole studio down. If it was my podcast and somebody came on there saying anything like this, I'd have been like, yo, I got to shut you down. I got to shut you down. I'm not going to have you on here sounding crazy like this. We are not doing this today. Not today. Not today. Fellas, respect yourself enough to go out there and make your own families. And when you do make a family, it's not going to be perfect. Understand that. But find yourself a woman that values marriage. She values family. She believes in something bigger than herself. That's the biggest problem. I believe the biggest problem is these people today do not believe in something that's bigger than them. They say they believe in God. All Black people I know talk about Christianity, God, 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 God. But when everything that they do goes against everything that the Bible says, when all you know about God is what you read, what you learned in the Bible. You don't know anything else about God. There wasn't nothing that you just thought up. All you know about God is what you learned in the Bible. So I truly believe that these people believe they have their own God complex, that they can go about life treating people however, doing whatever to people, regardless of however they feel, they could hurt them, they can make them want to, delete themselves. It doesn't matter. No, I'm going to treat you how I want to treat you. So what? You raised me. I'm going to have you and Pookie that just got out of jail walk me down the aisle. He wasn't even there. He wasn't even the dad. He wasn't even there. But me and him both got to walk you down the aisle because he spent the whole 20-year life sentence. The fuck is that? Y'all tripping. Y'all tripping. Yo, I got to end this motherfucking show because I'm starting to get a headache. This is a rough one for me to get through between that damn cop in Buffalo and then now this going on over here with this podcast and this girl and just looking at her face. I don't want to attack the person. Let's not attack the person. Let's attack the talking points and what she was saying. What she was saying was complete and utter nonsense. And I don't recommend any man that has his stuff together to be in a baby mama situation. Fellas, I said it before in one of my reaction videos. Even if you have children, it's still a different type of situation for you to come into than it is. And these are not the women of the past. Back in the day, you would meet a woman with a child and she would go above and beyond because of how she valued you, the man, for coming into a situation that you didn't build. So even though it's not recommended, it almost felt like, okay, it's not a bad thing that I'm doing because the mother is solely respecting me as a man. She's not disrespecting me. She's not putting me down. She's not saying crap. She's not telling me these ain't your kids. She's allowing me to have full authority in the household. She cooks for me. She cleans. She allows me to discipline the children when it's time to discipline the children. If you was with this young lady right now and her child was out of hand and you told her child, sit down or I'm going to spank you, what do you think she would do? Let me know in the chat. What do you think she would do? I want to know. I really want to know. Foundational Black says, real men, real woman, you can only build with builders. And I totally agree. You could build something with an agreeable woman. If you had a woman by your side that allowed you to really be a man in the house and she wasn't degrading your manhood, she wasn't saying what a real man is and what a real man would do when she gets mad at you and you not doing things the way she like it. And she allows you to fully be the full functional operation of a man in that house, then yeah, you could probably work with a woman with one kid, maybe even if she has two, and you have ample resources. Still not recommended. I am not telling by any means no man to go out there and be wifing women like her up. Still. But I could understand it if that woman allows that. But most of these young women today think like her. They think like her. They're disrespectful to men. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. In some states, believe it or not, fellas, in some states, if you are with a child and you live with the mother for X amount of time, do you know that she can put you on child support? Even though those kids aren't yours, you will still be obligated to pay child support? Yes, in some states they allow that. She can do that to you. And guess what? You can't do nothing about it. You don't even got to take the rights of the kids. Foundational Black says, when you ask questions, people will reveal who they really are. And I do agree with that to a degree. My whole thing is, let's not even find out. Let's not even find out. If you're a young man and you don't have children, go make your own family. I don't even recommend my son go out there and ask. Nah. Go make your own family. Go find your own wife. Start a family with her. Make sure you're the first that she has a kid with. Make sure she has morals and values. Her own father. That says a lot when a woman respects her father. They tend to respect their husbands different, right? Difference between males and females, men and women equal actions. 100% right. 100% right. Go start your own family, fellas. Do the right thing. Don't go after these women because they got a pretty face. You like their body, but they got 4 kids, 4 different baby daddies, and she's willing to make you number 5. And then she'll leave you because you left the toilet seat up, or I'm just not happy. Those are the worst words a man could ever hear. I'm not happy. You hear those words? Prepare yourself, brace yourself for a divorce. Brace yourself for a breakup. I'm not happy. Brace yourself.